Imagine growing up stuck between two massive generations. You're too old for TikTok and endless scrolling, but still too young to just retire and relax. They call you the forgotten generation. But there's one serious problem destroying the lives of thousands of Gen X right now, and almost nobody is talking about it. Generation X, born between 1965 and 1980. You are the bridge generation. You grew up in a completely different world, a world of cassette tapes, landline phones, handwritten letters, and Saturday morning cartoons. You remember life before the internet. You played outside until the streetlights came on. Then, almost overnight, everything changed. You were the first to adapt to computers, email, mobile phones, and the brutal pace of the digital world. Society made you one big promise: work hard, stay loyal, buy a house, build a family, and you will be rewarded with a good life. Most of you believed it. You worked long hours, often sacrificing your 20s and 30s. You climbed the corporate ladder, paid mortgages, raised children, and tried to do everything right. Many of you actually achieved stability on paper. But now, in your mid-40s to late 50s, the reality feels cruelly different. You're caught in the middle, brutally squeezed from both directions. On one side, your aging parents are needing more care, more time, more money, more emotional support. On the other side, your own children, even as young adults, still need guidance, financial help, and emotional stability. And right in the exhausted center is you, carrying the weight of two entire generations while the world barely notices. This is the main hidden crisis of Generation X, sandwich generation burnout. You're not just busy. You're emotionally, physically, and mentally drained. You're caring for parents who are slowly declining, while trying to support children who are struggling in a much harsher economy than the one you grew up in. At the same time, many of you are facing your own midlife crisis, wondering where your dreams went, why you feel so empty, and why life somehow passed you by, even though you did everything right. You rarely complain. That's not how you were raised. You saw your parents suffer in silence and carry the world on their shoulders. So you do the same. But deep inside, a quiet storm is building. Chronic exhaustion that sleep can't fix, deep loneliness even when surrounded by family, and a heavy, unspoken sadness. Many Gen Xers feel completely invisible. Boomers call you entitled. Millennials call you out of touch. You're the bridge everyone walks on, but almost no one ever stops to say thank you. What makes this even more painful is the constant comparison. You see boomers enjoying retirement, traveling, and spending their savings freely. At the same time, you watch millennials and Gen Z openly talking about mental health, setting boundaries, and putting themselves first. But you? You're stuck in the middle with no permission to rest and no one to validate your struggle. You feel trapped between two worlds. Too old to start over, yet too young to give up. Many of you quietly ask yourselves at night, is this really all there is? Did I miss my chance at a happy life? This internal emptiness and loss of purpose has become the silent epidemic of your generation. This struggle shows up in painful, everyday ways that most people never see from the outside. You come home after a long day at work, only to immediately start helping your aging parent with medications, doctor appointments, or simply listening to their complaints for hours. Then your phone rings. It's your son or daughter needing money for rent, emotional support after a breakup, or advice on their career. By the time you finally sit down at 11 p.m., you're completely empty. There's nothing left for yourself. Many of you wake up at 3 a.m. almost every night. Your mind races with worries. Will mom's health get worse? Can I afford to help my kids? What if I get sick myself? Who will take care of everyone? The anxiety sits on your chest like a heavy stone. Sleep doesn't restore you anymore. You drag yourself through the day with coffee and sheer willpower. Relationships suffer the most. Your partner feels neglected because you have no emotional energy left. Intimacy becomes rare. Some marriages quietly fall apart, not because of big fights, but because of this slow, invisible exhaustion. Friends slowly disappear. You cancel plans too many times because you're too tired. Loneliness creeps in even when your house is full of people who need you. Physically, your body starts sending warnings. High blood pressure, constant back and neck pain, stomach issues, weakened immune system, but you ignore them. I don't have time to be sick, you tell yourself. Mental health declines too. Many Gen Xers battle silent depression and chronic anxiety that they never talk about. You were taught that complaining is weakness. So you smile, say, "I'm fine," and keep carrying the load. What makes it even harder is the comparison trap. You scroll through social media and see boomers enjoying cruises and retirement freedom with their savings. At the same time, you see younger generations openly discussing therapy, boundaries, and self-care. But you? You feel stuck in no man's land. Too old to start over from scratch, yet too young to give up. Many of you lie awake asking the same painful questions. When is it finally my turn? Did I waste my life doing everything for others? Will I ever feel truly happy and free again? This is the silent epidemic of Generation X, the generation that was taught to sacrifice everything and now finds itself sacrificed. You became the cushion between two generations, absorbing all the pressure, all the responsibility, and all the emotional weight, while receiving almost no recognition or support in return. And the scariest part? If you continue like this, your own health will collapse. Many Gen Xers are already experiencing serious burnout, heart problems, and mental breakdowns in their late 50s. The body and mind can only take so much before they start shutting down. So what can you do to break this cycle? First, admit the truth. This is really hard, and you have every right to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Second, start setting clear boundaries with both parents and children. Third, put yourself first without guilt. Even 30 minutes a day for yourself changes everything. Fourth, find your tribe. Connect with other Gen Xers who understand you. And fifth, use AI as a powerful tool for self-reflection and emotional support. If you're listening and nodding, you are not alone. Generation X still has time to rewrite its final chapter. Write in the comments one word that describes how you're feeling right now. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We're going much deeper into the psychology of your generation. Take care of yourself. You've carried enough. Now it's your turn.